Mitrulara Bandhulara, welcome to South Asia Maps. This is Education Channel and this is your presenter Dr. J. Reddy J. Tirupati Reddy. Mitruna, we are continuing our Aurangzeb series, a very prominent ruler who lived around about 90 years, ruled 50 years, and has active military political career around about 72 years. Knowing such an important personality he left a very uncomfortable legacy in Bharat is very, very important. We are part 2b, we are looking at Aurangzeb, his wives and children in a chronological perspective. Previously, we looked at his wives and children in general way. Here we will be looking at a chronological perspective, when they were born and what age, what year, and in his political military career. This gives a different perspective. And all these presentations, Mitranam, in the Aurangzeb series, I will be posting at our education channel. Today we are in 2b, Aurangzeb wives and children, chronological perspective and certain prominent events that happened. That most of the work is from the works of, this is the book that is uh, Jadunath Sarkar's book. I hope this is short history of Aurangzeb. Jadunath Sarkar book, that he was the very famous historian, lived from 1870 to 1958. Post Radcliffe time, he passed away. We'll be looking, have taken from his book. And all these presentations I posted South Asia Maps J. Reddy. There are 782 or so presentations. 2025 Vishwavasu Nama Samvatsaramu, April 2025. I have put them round about 75 or so playlists. You can pick and choose the topic of your interest. South Asia Maps J. Reddy. Aurangzeb, his wives and children in chronological perspective. Why should we know about his family at all? Aurangzeb left a very uncomfortable legacy. Current socio-political discomfitures in post-Radcliffe Lyme can be directly, indirectly traced back to such an important Mughal ruler. Aurangzeb legacy: birth 1618, death 1707, crowns himself 1658, legacy 50 years of rule. Radcliffe line, the partition line, the Bhagirathi line, Ravi line or Sutlej line, Barak line, invisible Radcliffe line. And he was the very big profounder and prop of Kawatul Islam, might of Islam in Bharat, the ancient Sanatana land. Consolidation of Kawatul Islam and demographic invasion, current silent invasion, post-Radcliffe line, and dismemberment of intellectualism, disarmament of Kafirs, physically, ideologically, intellectually. Their disarmament is one of the legacy of Aurangzeb. Anti-Brahminism, Mekalaism, and secularism, its distorted versions, all of them. The Hindu apologetics development, loss of confidence, intellectual poverty, bhava daridrya, and all these things can directly, indirectly trace back to his 72 years of the prominent political military career. I talked some of the Radcliffe line ideological perspective elsewhere. You can look at them. So these are the children of Aurangzeb. Has four consorts wives. These four members are Dilras Banu Begum, Aurangabadi Mahal, Nawab Bai, and Udayapuri Mahal. Mughal time, the ladies, when they entered the harem or born, they were given these suffixes or prefixes, Aurangabadi Mahal and Udayapuri Mahal and so on. These four wives left Aurangzeb 10 children, among which 5 were boys and 5 were girls. 5 children were left by his principal wife, Dilras Banu Begum, who has a Persian blood, Safavid blood, royal blood. And Dilras Banu Begum, here I blobbed in yellow color, she left 5 children. See, Jebunnisa, Jeenatunnisa, Jubdatunnisa, Muhammad Azam, and Muhammad Akbar. You can say they were delivered in sequence, except like Muhammad Sultan was born to Nawab Boy between them. That means after the first girl, and after second girl, Nawab Bhai delivered him 2 more children, Muazzam Bahadur Shah and Badrunnisa Begum, who died very early age, around about 22-23. She was one of the favorite daughter of her father. So the last two are very easy to remember. The 2 wives, Aurangabadi Mahal and Udayapuri Mahal. A starts and U ends. So Aurangabadi Mahal delivered him Meher Unnisa. You remember who? Meher Unnisa Aurangabadi. R is there common. And Kambaks was delivered by Udayapuri Mahal. They were delivered after he became Padsa. So the 4 wives there, here I have given their demise dates rather than when they were born, when they were married. Dilras Banu Begum passed away 1657. 1 week before Shah Jahan fell ill, that means Aurangzeb is started contesting for Mughal throne, preparing for that, and he crowned himself, and he returned to Deccan again 1682 and established himself around Aurangabad area, Kirki, and after annexing Bijapur and 86 and Golconda 87, next year plague break out in Deccan, Aurangabadi Mahal passed away. Meanwhile, Nawab Bai Begum, whose sons rebelled extensively, 2 sons, and she was almost deserted or neglected or separated, we can say. She passed away in Delhi, lived single life most of their career, and 1691 she passed. That means 3 or 4 years after Aurangabadi Mahal. The last youngest wife of Aurangzeb is Udayapuri Mahal. She acquired from the harem of Dara Shikoh, whom he defeated at the Battle of Samudar. She passed away 5 months after Aurangzeb passed away. Here this is the child, chronological order of the child: 4 wives, 5 daughters, 5 sons. Jebun Nisa delivered by Dilras Banu Begum. Muhammad Sultan was the favorite son, but rebelled and was imprisoned. Salimgarh Fort, that is in across in the Prastha, Delhi, in the Yamuna River, and he was executed 1671. And Jeenatunnisa, favorite daughter, who stayed most of the time with her father. She was a bachelor. A poetess Jebuna was also bachelor, and she was the Padsahi Begum. She stayed throughout her Deccan campaign 25 years, maintained the royal harem in charge of the female establishment. She passed away to 17, I should have put 1721. That means 15 years later, she is considered to be the legacy of Aurangzeb. She saw the change of the rulers, half a dozen rulers later Aurangzeb in her time. Then the Muazzam was delivered by Nawab Bhai. He is later become the Emperor Bahadur Shah. He rebelled and later pardoned and made governor of Kabul province, Viceroy or Subedar. He won the battle of succession against his more talented and brother, that is the Azam. And Badru Nisa was the daughter of Nawab Bhai. You can remember B and Badr Nawab Bhai. Jubdat was daughter of Dilras Banu Begum. Dilras Banu Begum delivered in the second Viceroyalty of Aurangzeb. I will show you the years in the other if you get lost. And Muhammad Azam, he was the most prominent and the favorite son of Aurangzeb after other people rebelled. Akbar was also favorite son. delivered by Dilras Banu Begum, but he rebelled at Nadol in Pali district in the Rathore region, the Marwar region west of Aravallis. After that, Azam became the favorite son and he was supposed to succeed his father, very talented, but lost the Battle of Succession at Jejau, Battle of Jejau, 1707 June or so, lost to his half-brother Muazzam, that is Bahadur Shah. Meherun-Nisa was delivered when Aurangzeb was the Badshah by Aurangabadi Mahal, and last son Kambaks was delivered after his grandfather Shah Jahan passed away 1666, January, February or so. 1 year later, Kambaks was born. So here I have put the chronological order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 children, and these are the Nawab Dilras Banu Begum children are on all yellow color. The 2 years gap approximate is not exactly, that means 69, 39 birth, then 43 means 40, 41, like the something, 3 years gap, again 3 years gap, 1 year, and 3 years gap, 3 years gap, approximately you have to keep in mind 5 years gap or so. Here 1618 Aurangzeb was born, 1707 Aurangzeb passed away. 1618, 90 years he lived, 36 to 44 first viceroyalty of Deccan, Subhas, that is Aurangabad, and Khandesh and Berar region. And second viceroyalty of Deccan, 1652 to 58. 57 September, his father fell severely ill, and Aurangzeb started preparations to contest for the throne, and was successful. At that time, maybe 2 weeks before the severe illness of Shah Jahan at Delhi, his principal wife Dilras Banu Begum passed away. So this is the Padashahi period. Here I have put Padashahi period. Here this is the Prince General Viceroy and so on. 1638 Jebun. You can easily remember 3 daughters. Jebun is E, Jeenat is I, the next letter in the English alphabet, U, the last letter, Jubdat. After Jubdat, she gave 2 sons, Azam and Akbar, and Azam was later become the crowned himself. For 3-4 months he was defeated and killed in the battle, and Akbar, once favorite son, rebelled in 1681. He fled to south and eventually fled to Persia. That is he passed away in Mesad city in Khorasan region. So 38 Jebun, and 39 Muhammad Sultan, born from Nawab, and Jeenat-un-Nisa, born 43, that is Dilras Banu Begum, the Persian blood. And Muazzam Bahadur, later Bahadur Shah, was born to Nawab, and he was the disfavored son, but he was the successful son to wrest the throne, the Mughal throne. Then Badrun-Nisa was born to Nawab Badr B and Boy, you can remember. And Jubdat was born to Dilras Banu Begum, 1651. These I highlighted here, they were born in the first viceroyalty time. Remember 36 to 44, all these 4 children. And when he was the later fighting in Kabul, Kandahar, and Balkh and Badakhshan, those regions, this governor of Gujarat and Sindh, these 2 children was born, Badrun-Nisa and Jabdatun-Nisa. And then second time viceroyalty returned to Deccan, and Azam was born and Akbar was born. Both were children of Dilras Banu Begum, and we can remember. He crowned himself as Padshah, crowned 1657-58. Then after he crowned himself, Meherun-Nisa was born to Aurangabadi, and finally Kambaks was born by Udaipuri. So last 2, Aurangabadi and Udaipuri, you can easily remember. They give only 2 children. And whereas Dilras Banu Begum, yellow in color, she gave 5, and Nawab Bai gave 2. And so 1688, when he returned to Deccan 1682, when in order to pursue his rebel son, Prince Akbar, who was at Shambhaji's court, he established himself at Aurangabad and he annexed immediately Golconda. First Bijapur in 86, 87, that is Golconda, he had to add 16. And next year, plague broke out in Deccan. When he was in Bijapur, his wife Aurangabadi Mahal passed away. After that, Nawab Bhai, the youngest wife, whom he acquired from the harem of his defeated brother Dara Shikoh, she lived here most of the rest of the life, unchallenged wife, because other wife Nawab Bhai was already separated, lived in Delhi, and Aurangzeb passed away February 1707, and Udayapuri Begum passed away 5 months later. That is about the chronological view of the Mughal emperor, his 4 wives and his 10 children. In the next presentation, we'll take up the principal wife of Aurangzeb, Dilras Banu Begum of Safavid blood, Safavid origin. Safavid was a Muslim dynasty, Shia dynasty that ruled Persia, modern day Iran. And we'll talk about her next time. Thank you very much, Mitronam, joining me today. And your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. If you like the presentation, you can put your comments or any suggestions. Even you can bring it to the notice of your friends. And your presenter, Dr. J. Tirupati Reddy, South Asia Map. See you later.